Hey guys, this is SUNSfan with a spotlight video for all black spells. Grazing Shot is a 1 mana common spell that will deal 2 damage to a unit in any lane. This is a very cost-effective way to finish off pesky heroes from a distance, or help your creeps in the battle for what I like to call creepolibrium. Relentless Pursuit is a 1 mana rare spell. You target a unit in any lane, and a random hero from the lane that you cast it will be transported there immediately, dealing 2 damage to whoever you selected. This is such a cool card. Being able to transport yourself as a black hero is amazing. It does take a random one from the lane, but if you only have one, then you don't really have to worry about it. And if you're trying to go to that lane with no enemy in sight, you can still use this on your own units, which is usually worth it in most scenarios. Dirty Deeds is a 3 mana uncommon spell that will deal 2 damage to the enemy tower for each of its improvements. If you're playing against a heavy improvement deck, this can certainly work. Otherwise, it might be tough to fit this one in. Forward Charge is a 3 mana uncommon spell that will give all allies in that lane +2 siege for the round. In addition, they will change their combat target to the unit or tower across from them. This is a nice finisher that can also help redirect some bad luck arrows. Lodestone Demolition is a 3 mana uncommon spell that will deal damage to the enemy tower equal to the total armor on enemies. Black wants to finish the enemy towers, and with this card you can take advantage of your tanky opponents. All that being said, it's a very situational card at best. Payday is a 3 mana common spell that will simply double your gold. That's right, whatever your current gold is, it will double it. This is a super fun card to play, since black is generally good at the gold influx game. If that's your aim, then this card is needed to amplify your strategy. Slay is a 3 mana uncommon spell that will condemn a creep. It doesn't matter how big that creep is, unless it has a death shield, it will die. Arcane Censure is a 4 mana common spell that will modify an enemy tower with -1 mana. This is a pretty hefty 4 mana cost, but can be really effective against those decks that are really looking forward to a specific mana requirement being met. Collateral Damage is a 4 mana common spell that will modify a black hero with +3 siege. If you're constantly getting blocked, then this can be a good way to do chip damage to the enemy tower. Coordinated Assault is a 4 mana rare spell that will modify a black hero with a buff. When you play a black card, it'll give that hero, along with its neighboring allies, +2 attack for the round. And as you've probably learned, it does proc on itself. This can be a really powerful way to do some extra damage or finish a lane entirely. With each black card played, you'll continue to get buffed. Gank is a 4 mana uncommon spell that will allow you to choose a black hero and then another unit from any lane, forcing them to battle. This is basically a cross-lane duel, which has insane potential with most black heroes, as their attacks are generally quite high. And although it can be a little harder to achieve, being able to live through it as well is what you're aiming for. Hipfire is a 4 mana common spell that will deal 4 damage to a unit and give initiative. This is the premier initiative card for black. Dealing 4 damage is a terrific way to finish off a creep, in which you can follow it up with more plays or wait for your next lane. Murder Plot is a 4 mana uncommon spell that will give a black hero +8 attack for the round. In addition, you can choose a combat target for it, and this does include the tower. Attack redirection is very powerful for the color black, as you can kill units without taking damage in turn. Pickoff is a 4 mana uncommon spell that will allow you to deal 4 damage to a unit in any lane. This is another premier spell for black, who seem to have so many ways to manipulate other lanes. Just having this in your deck means your opponent has to be worried about heroes or units who are left with 4 or less health, which is quite common. The Cover of the Night is a 7 mana rare spell that will move an allied black hero to another lane. Until their next combat phase, they will be buffed with +4 attack and 7 siege. This is quite expensive, but can be an amazing way to finish the game. To see the ratings of every card from professional players, be sure to visit artifaction.gg. If you want to be featured on this channel, you can also submit memorable clips you see on stream to us at artifaction.gg/submit. Thanks for watching and subscribing to ArtifactCinema. Be sure to click that bell icon in order to get notified when we put up a new spotlight or guide.